You know what? I've been thinking, like really thinking. So much of reflections in my head. Well, actually, it's another edition of Piper's Voice series. So, I would still like us to pay attention. I've come to realize that God gives a lot of yellow cards than we human beings. Like, He's so benevolent. He just tends to give us that access. Why? Because He wants us to be around. He doesn't want us away. He doesn't want us being benched. He just wants us to be there. But reverse is the case when it comes to we. Especially when it comes to we and our fellow human beings. Because if God can forgive you for some things you did, forgive you for some things you did not do, forgive you for some things you're supposed to say and didn't say, forgive you for not igniting a move He actually told you to ignite, and you find it difficult to do the same for a fellow human being. I mean, why? It shouldn't be so. If God can give plenty yellow cards, why not learn from that and also learn to give a lot of yellow cards? We always wanted to complain, you should have done this, you should do this and the likes of it. I mean, take a point of reflection. Would Jesus Christ do this? Would God have looked upon this thing I did now and then just sent me out? Would He have just given up on me just so soon? I mean, there are a whole lot of things that we really need to look into and learn, basically. We don't actually know how hot in it feels like when people don't get a lot of second chances, basically. Yes, I understand that, yes, we are not wanting and believing that, yes, want them to repeat the same mistake over and over and again. But what I'm after is your mindset. What I'm after is the state of your heart as regarding it. Yes, it doesn't speak well when you repeat the same thing over and over again and you are not learning from it. But what happens when you, instead of checking your heart and just doing the things that you're supposed to do alone, not adding to it, to now bring that kind of person down? What happens to your heart in that context? What happens to your mindset in that context? Can you please take a moment of reflection that, okay, fine, if God can be so loving, can be so benevolent, and He didn't give up on me to this very date, can you please increase more level of patience? Can you please try and increase more level of care, more level of understanding, and allow people more chances? It can't be forever, of course. Give them that opportunity. It really goes a long way. Not every one of us can be a rapid learner. Not every one of us can just come into knowledge all of a sudden. Some people need time to process, because it is not their fault. That is how they are wired. To some, it's a dysfunction from how they grew up. And to some, it's just what they have learned by virtue of experiences with people in their growing up life. So please, can we please allow chances for people? Can we try and give them a moment of change by not giving up? Learn to give more yellow cards. It's quite very helping on the part of everyone that you can think about. Peace out.